Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and Apple had their WWDC presentation today, and they also released the iOS 27 beta for developers. I have it installed on my iPhone right here, so we're going to talk about a lot of the new features and my impressions. Crazy, Apple is supporting all the way back to iPhone 11 for iOS 27. There are a lot of cool new features coming. There's a liquid glass slider, a photo reframe feature, and just a lot more, and just some subtle tweaks that I'll point out. Now, keep in mind this is a beta, so this could change throughout time, and I'll keep making more and more videos, and the new series coming soon, so make sure you subscribe so you're notified when that video goes live. Anyways, let's get started. iOS 27 beta. We are ready to go. Software update complete. Your phone's been updated to iOS 27. And as you run through a startup process, talk about Image Playground, and you can use your photos and common phrases you type to create suggested images in Genmoji. This is a big one. Reframe or expand your shots. You can move around and it will sort of fill in the gaps of what's behind you. We'll try this out. And here's our liquid glass slider. You can have it more or less transparent. You can change this later as well. All right, let's get started. One of the first things I noticed is the battery icon got an update, just a little visual one. For reference, on the left, iOS 26, iOS 27 on the right, and a quick comparison with battery percentage on. Spotlight search got a big upgrade. It will index things in your phone. It's currently going on in the background, so when you do go to search something, so if I wanted to find my dry rub PDF, there it is, it pulls it up, so it will index things to make everything a lot faster. Some might be hard to tell, but the app icons got updated. You can pause and compare the two, but I want to point out, Maps has a little liquid glass circle around the navigation icon, just small things. I do like the new look overall. Speaking of liquid glass, they have a new appearance setting where you can find that slider to change it. It said more clear. Now it says more tinted. Let's see if I put it right in the center, what it's going to say. Just default. So there's the default. If you want to go to more clear, you'll notice some heavy liquid glass change. Even I noticed in the bottom left corner there, just even how the wallpaper is affected. These are the appearance settings, which means they separated display and brightness to make it a lot smaller, whereas those were combined under display and brightness on iOS 26. Also, Apple Intelligence isn't in settings. It has now bumped down to just Siri, and selecting Siri, I have joined the waitlist for the new Siri. I will have an updated video once that actually comes out. You will notice some animation changes throughout the operating system. For example, watch the animation on iOS 26 for composing. It sort of goes from the bottom to the top, whereas on iOS 27, if I press it, it's going to come from that button from the corner. So just a difference. Messaging got some very useful updates. You'll notice when you do have specific contextual information, it'll say add to calendar, add to reminders, add to notes, gives you quick shortcuts based on what's said. Also, when sending media, maybe some larger files or a lot of photos, if you hit send, the status bar is now below that stack of photos. There it is, right there. So it did pop up as opposed to the top. It used to be right up there under the contact card, but now it's right below, letting you know, you'll know exactly when it sends. Went away, it should show up over here. There it is. iOS 27 does include a new wallpaper in a couple different colors. I do really like this blue one. I'm going to default to that. Another really, really big change is that AirDrop got 80% faster. Now, for example, this is not going to work because the left device isn't on iOS 27. So I do believe both devices will need to be on that iOS version. The camera app got some visual changes. You'll notice where the flash live photo, it's centered up towards the top as opposed to the upper right-hand corner now. Also, the exposure, it centers in the bottom right. That's a really nice. It's kind of a pain to reach all the way up there when it's right next to the shutter button. It now makes it very clear that you can scroll those bottom settings with photo, video, portrait, and more. Going into video, again, they've moved the icon for 4K 30, HD 30, 4K 60 to the center top. Photos app added some features. Check this out, actually. If you press and hold on the picture of someone, it will now say don't feature this person at the bottom. It doesn't show that on iOS 26. Going into this beautiful selfie, you can now reframe your photos if you go into Tools and hit Reframe. Touch and drag to adjust the perspective, and then use two fingers to pan, zoom, or rotate. So watch this. Look at this. I can like rotate myself. This is so crazy to see, you know, a more side profile as opposed to just looking at the camera. Oh, I can move myself. Interesting. Let's move myself more if I wanted to zoom in. I think, yeah, you could zoom in. So let's zoom in. Let's go from the sides, make it generate, you know, more of my ears cut off there. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, here's the new photo. It actually generated, it looks like a doorway on the right there. My ear actually looks pretty good overall. No, it's not necessarily perfect, but it looks really impressive overall. Let's tap to see the original. Just the fact that I changed so much and that much changed, that's so good. Even like the folds in my shirt where it really just kind of took them and turned them. Also, you'll notice some menus got changed. So when I do press and hold on a photo, for example, you'll see copy, duplicate, and hide up towards the top and then everything else down below it. Instead of just add to album, you can hit add to, and then you can have album or shared album. By the way, shared albums are coming to Android and Windows. Also, Apple says apps open 30% faster on iOS 27. So, well, you'll have to test that for yourself. Might be placebo right now. It does feel pretty snappy. Older iPhones will also be more responsive because they have a new CPU-I scheduler feature. Search within Mail apparently is going to get a lot better. So be on the lookout for that. If you test it out, drop a comment, let us know your experience. Apple shared a slide with some upcoming features to iOS 27, and there's a couple I'm really excited about. First of all, independent alarm volume, so you'll be able to separately change the volume on a per alarm basis. The next one is coming to FaceTime, which I can't show on FaceTime, so I'm actually going to show it in the camera app. Dual capture is coming. So now when you are on a FaceTime call, you can show the front-facing camera and the rear camera to the other person. Again, I'm not sure when these updates are actually going to come, but this will be huge, especially for me. I actually share my baby with the rear camera, and then I want them to see me as well on the front camera. I'm really excited about that one. Anyways, that is it for now on the iOS 27 beta. A lot could change going forward, so just keep an eye on my channels. I'll keep you guys updated. And again, that new Siri, it still doesn't have the new Siri yet, but that new Siri is coming, so I will make a video once I get that on my phone. Anyways, if you have any questions, drop a comment. Let me know your favorite feature you're most excited about. A lot more coming soon, and even on the new iPhones coming later this year. So be sure to click that subscribe button. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and as always, thanks for watching.